Okay. So another fancy remote meeting for us here. We actually did one last week and then scrapped it because we didn't end up liking what we talked about. But so this is our new coronavirus view. And mine first, in case it's noisy, is because of my beast back there. She thought it was a good plan to eat a rock earlier this week. And so, or actually late last week. And so she had to have surgery on Monday because she ate a stone. It was pretty big too. It was like triangular shaped like this. And they were like, there's no way that's coming out on its own. And even if it does, it could, hurt her insides. So she had surgery. And there was this whole big debate about whether or not to get her spayed while we were doing the surgery.
Okay.
7 months today. And there's new research apparently showing that if you spay them after their first heat, between their first and their second heat, then they have a lower risk of some kind of growth plate issues and then something else. So anyway, that was what we were planning to do. And so they were like, well, we can do the surgery in about an hour. So I was like, holy crap, immediately calling the breeder. I got the opinion of the vet here, the breeder in South Carolina, my favorite vet in South Carolina. I texted him. He wasn't around, so I called his practice. They called me back, which I love. Like, I'm not even a patient of theirs.
Right.
And they called me back during their work day.
That's nice.
I know, just to give me his opinion. He was great. Then my other vet finally got back to me. I mean, not finally, like, I appreciated that he did. And that's why I apologize in advance. The begging. She's real clumsy with that crap. Look at her.
I had a similar issue with my son. He has a rash that he keeps getting on his back.
Oh no.
So I had to do a web conference with a doctor 2 days ago, just because I guess he's getting allergies and all that. But you want to take these initiatives on your own. You're like, of course, with your dog, you were probably like, I don't know. Okay, let's wait this out. Let's check it out. Mm-hmm. It was my son. I was just like, oh gosh, what do we do? So they ask a bunch of the COVID-19 questions and you start to really freak out. And then they're like, we're not going to have him come in, but you're going to have to show him on a video of the rash. And then we're going to see what's going on. And then, give him, I was just looking for the doctor's recommendation on the medicine.
Right.
Because I don't know, he's never taken medicine. So then that occurred and it was a little bit scary, but actually he's been fine. So I didn't even have to give him the medicine after one day.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
That was good. It was just funny though, because he was in the bathtub and I'm like, okay, like roll around so she could see your back. And the lady was like laughing and just thought it was so funny that, he's in this bathtub and I'm like, it's like the best way he acts is in the tub. So I'll just take it with that.
I know. Everything's like learning a new world.
Yeah.
You were having a hard time or you were buying the masks on Amazon.
Yes. Yeah. Last night I was looking at masks because, now that they are encouraging everyone to wear masks outside, I want to make sure that I'm doing my part. And I was looking last night and I'm like reading that all of them are made in China and that all of them, and you're reading the reviews and you're overanalyzing which mask you should buy. And it's completely crazy. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, Eric, so Evan, can you go in the other room, please? So then I finally did not make a decision on the masks. I'm trying to convince my mother to make them.
Oh my God.
So
buying them.
What's that?
What stopped you from buying them?
I guess I read so many reviews and I'm like, I cannot figure out which mask I really need, because then you read people's reviews about it doesn't protect you as well as the N95s, but they don't want you to wear the N95. So I was just like, okay, I'm just going to think about it and see if I can convince my mother to make them again.
Yeah. We have the surgical masks from whenever my daughter was in the NICU.
Oh, okay.
So I still have those, and it says that they protect you from bacteria and viruses and the whole thing. But it's just like, you feel so weird wearing them.
Yeah.
I wore them to the grocery store yesterday.
Yeah.
It was just, I wore makeup for the first time in like 118 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I can't show my face that I'm smiling to these people, I guess I could just like look happy with my eyes. And they should be.
I know.
I shouldn't look like.
Right.
But it's so weird interacting with people, and then you smile at people, and I'm like, do they notice I'm smiling? And some people smiled
Yeah.
back, and I was like, okay, my eyes are doing a good job. I'm working it
Right.
out. But
Right.
you seriously just don't know. Like, are you still going to the store?
I know.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm sending Mick to go to the store.
Okay, so somebody from your household is going
Yes.
to the store, though.
Yeah. And I told him yesterday that, like, he needs to start wearing the mask, and he has masks from work, but they are the good masks,
Yeah,
few of them. And I'm just like, I guess I don't want people to just like look at you strange because you're wearing the mask that the hospitals need. So I'm having issues with like really understanding which mask to wear, and I'm
right.
overthinking the whole thing.
Lots of people yesterday had the surgical style masks. And then one guy, this was a whole thing. I never saw anybody do this, but this man had a mask because you could see he had the ear loops on.
Yeah.
And then he had an ace bandage around it. And I was like, huh,
Oh,
I haven't,
yeah.
I mean, he's like MacGyvering that. I've never seen that recommended, but
Right.
hey, bonus points for trying with something new.
Right.
But I wonder what his end game is here. Like, does he think that's extra protection? I feel like you'd be like suffocated.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog's looking out the window. Hopefully this doesn't lead to a barking episode. Um, but yeah, it's just like so weird because you go out and then you're wearing the mask and you feel weird, but it's what the governor recommends. So you're like, okay, that's what I should be doing. But I don't know. Then I'm like, I just can't figure out. Like I said, I think I've said it to you before, if I'm being patriotic or reckless. Like, am I being patriotic by going out and supporting small businesses, like by having Grubhub come deliver me something, or am I being stupid by having somebody come to my door? I really just don't know.
I
And
am doing the microwaving of 20 seconds.
for what?
Food with
What are you
food.
microwaving?
What?
What are you microwaving?
If we get anything from anywhere, we are microwaving it.
I haven't had this. What is this?
The 20 seconds kills anything on food. Like microwaves kill everything.
So when you get anything delivered, you just re-microwave it for
Yes.
20 more seconds.
Yeah, reheat, because then then it won't get all rubbery.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just reheat it, because I was actually asking my parents if they were doing that, and they were not sure about it. But I said, this is what's going to kill anything on anything is the microwave.
Right.
So that was actually recommended from a doctor that I read, because we're just reading everything that we can do.
I know.
Even the mask thing is like, okay, which is recommended to go out, but it sounds like, and what I'm seeing is what you're saying, like the paper mask or the surgical mask or the material mask.
Right.
I'm not a fan of material masks because I'm just not a good, like, I don't want to have to like wash all this stuff constant. I know it sounds bad, like I'm not being eco-friendly, but I just don't know if I'm going to get into the habit of washing masks.
Right. And then you just have all the germy crap sitting around. It's just,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a fan.
But yeah, the microwaving the food is like, I'm a big proponent of that. We have probably only eaten out once a week. So
We have a debate every week about whether or not we should go to the store or if we should do like Shipt or Instacart. And I see everybody doing like, we're doing Instacart, we're doing Shipt. And I'm like, I kind of want to do that because then I don't have to go out and be around the people. And then every single time Brian's like, but then you have somebody coming to your house and then you're having somebody touching all your stuff. Like, what if they sneeze and they're not covering their mouth and then they're holding your blueberries? And I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I literally have no way. Like, I don't know what up from down. He's like, if we go and we wear masks, we're touching our own stuff. But I'm like, well, what if the person who stocked the food at the grocery store?
yeah.
There's no good answer other than farming. And I currently have slate in my backyard, so I'm not really sure that that's a valid option.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can my dog give milk or something? Like anything. I just need, like, what can I do to reduce my risk?
Yes.
I don't even know. It's crazy.
I mean, yesterday, or this was this week. So I started thinking about how everything is like kind of going back to the 1950s. We got the car hops that I tried to get my dad on board with opening a drive-in, because I'm like, hey, the drive-in, you're in your car, right?
Right. Even my dog was curbside. Her service was curbside.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's where I was getting, like, thinking about the germ thing though. So the people at Red Robin are wearing the gloves, the same gloves to each car,
Right.
same pen. So yeah, that had me.
Never use an outside pen.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
I know. You've got that nailed out.
Like, no,
Yeah.
take that back. I don't even want to see that around here.
Well, we're driving around with rubbing alcohol currently.
Yeah.
A
I don't
bottle.
even- oh God, I can't find Lysol. Like we have a processing station now for Lysol. And I'm like, shit, what happens when this Lysol runs out? Then
Yes.
what do I do? I don't know.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna need some kind of radiation bar, heat people up when they come in. Just, I don't know. Temperature checks. I mean, I'm not having outside people come in. I don't want to, I'm not being reckless. That would be reckless.
Yes.
You walk in the neighborhood and I'm not sure if that's reckless, walking by people's houses. And I'm like,
There, I know it's really crazy and apocalyptic out there because people are walking.
mm-hmm.
They're walking by your house. Everybody's walking. Everybody's outside.
I know. It's really weird.